Roy Boney Jr. I'm the guest curator for the exhibit From Talking Leaves to Pixels at the Cherokee Heritage Center. Most people are aware of what the syllabary is. It's one of the iconic images in the Cherokee culture. Everyone sees it and knows immediately that's Cherokee. But a lot of people don't realize the history of it. So this exhibit details the development of it from Sequoia's time, the removal era, the Civil War era, the allotment era, the 20th century, and now where we're flourishing once again. So it shows how the syllabaries went along with that tide of history. I think something, at least to me, that I found really interesting was seeing the Cherokee typewriter. A lot of people don't realize, again, that's another type of technology for its time. And Cherokees, we had to adapt to that, and so we got a Cherokee typewriter. My personal favorite pieces in here are actually the Cherokee comic books, which have Popeye and Hi and Lois and Beetle Bailey. So it's pretty major famous cartoon characters that the tribe worked with in the 70s to get permission to translate those into Cherokee, so I think that's kind of neat to see. The Cherokee language in the modern era has moved to computers, so we have the Cherokee language support on all the major computer operating systems in the world. So what you'll see in the exhibit, you'll see some tablets that have the Cherokee language on it. You'll see some samples describing the technology behind fonts and how they work on computers and how Cherokee works into that. You'll also see some items like the t-shirts with OU and OSU showing the syllabary is still being used now in the modern era. I would hope that going through this exhibit that people would come away with the sense that the Cherokee language and the writing system specifically isn't just a facet of history. It's something that's still vital and still being used, and it's still included in some people for their everyday life. The language is one thing that's always kind of held everyone together, and especially the written form of the language is something that every Cherokee identifies with immediately. Whether if they speak the language or not, they know that's part of who we are. And so showing the history of it, showing that how it was made and that it's still used is a very important part of reinforcing who we are.